Are there specific people who are destined to succeed? And I was mainly talking about maturity because I don't think maturity has anything to do with your age.
So this dude's a kid, right? He takes all his toys and he puts them in a little bucket and he goes around, to these houses, he's selling his toys. This dude makes like $15 and he said like in that moment he realized like, he held his destiny in his own hands. Like he could change. Nobody's gonna save him. Like he can get himself out of his situation just by like, that sort of thing. But he had a level of maturity coming out of the ghetto, with zero to nothing. And I felt like that early. Yeah. I was hustling early, like doing shit early, and coming up, I was exposed to stuff early. And even that, it's like I felt older than everybody else that was around me.
People who don't want to see you win and genuinely, who genuinely want to see you win, and just be happy. Why can you just be happy for me in my pursuit of my happiness? That's because you want us to be at your level because you feel like depressed and sad because we didn't ask you to be part of this thing that we're building.
Which scenario is better, right? Because the person who's obviously thrown into the trenches first at a young age, yes, they're maturing, but is that necessarily good for them because now they have to grow up faster and they're missing being a child? As opposed as the person who was able to be a child, got through all these things, but never had to go through these hardships, at a young age. You know what I'm saying? So which one would be more beneficial? Would it be the one that had to grow up harder, but then really never got to grow up later on in life? Is that going to cause problems for that person? Or vice versa?
It's a risk, baby.
Raw Define. You got just want to embrace my brother Jeremy, new cast member.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Glad to be here.
Yeah, man. Y'all. What's good, family? Peace and blessings.
I'm a fan.
But shit, man.
We were talking about.
What we were talking about, bro?
We were talking about maturity.
Maturity, yes.
In our conversation last night. It was
good topic.
It's a good topic that we dive in.
I was asking y'all, are there specific people who are destined to succeed? And I was mainly talking about maturity because I don't think maturity has anything to do with your age. I don't think it has anything to do with how long you've been on this earth. I think maturity is basically you figuring out how to maneuver in this new form that you're in and figuring out what you need to detach yourself from and what you need to keep in order to rise. It's like what Drake said, knowing when to say when. You feel me? That one song.
Yeah.
I'm up here because I know when to say when.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big integral part of your ascension. But what I will say is I feel like certain people aren't supposed to ascend because I was speaking of that first 18 years of your life.
Well, break it down so that everybody knows.
I was speaking about the first 18 years of your life.
Okay.
You're not in control of that.
100%.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
100%.
you have no say in where you go to school, the people you're around, what city.
Yeah, of course.
Easily.
What you
what I'm
eat,
saying?
what you eat, what you wear,
all that
clothes,
shit. So it's interesting because those first 18 years are so integral.
It's so vital, bro.
100%.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That shit that you went through for the first 18 years really is who you are.
For sure. And I'm going to add to that too. And, until the age of 25, that's when the brain stops developing at a certain rate. So 25 is that cutoff spot too.
Yeah.
So from 18, you all that's integral shit up until that point. And then 25, from 18 to 25, that's that zone right there.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's
sweet spot. That zone. But that integral shit. With that integral shit, you were talking about, man, brother, it's just all environment, because how we were brought up, right? With our parents, with social conditioning, and that program, the social ingenuity in that programming. You know what I'm saying? And so we came from our mother's womb. She pushed us motherfuckers out. But you know what I'm saying? But we just Yeah, man. So yeah,
I feel like you don't change. I feel like you're still that kid.
Oh yeah.
You don't really change. Maturity
You don't change.
what we think
You're
it
still the
is.
same person.
You don't change.
bro.
You might go through a bunch of experiences where you add on certain things to that character.
Bro.
But I feel like you're still that same. Like when I go back to me, I was still red. I was still loud. I was still
Yeah, I remember.
Like I'm
yeah.
still
You're still the same
me.
motherfucker. Like
You know what I'm saying?
from high school, man.
With a little bit of salt
little-
in my game. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I got some stripes. But what I'm saying is, do you guys feel like you change? Like, do you feel like you've changed? Do you feel like? And then my point to that is, I feel like no matter what, you're destined based off of your character.
Yeah.
You already have a
1,000,
destiny.
keep it 100. Yeah.
I'm gonna piggyback off that and say, you know, I might meet somebody that's 18, and like you said, age don't even depict that shit. You can meet somebody that's 18, and that person really got like an ancient soul for real.
Yeah.
Like this person was probably grown as fuck when they were 12 years old.
Yeah, that's some
getting-
wisdom.
I know that's how
That's
I
some
came
wisdom,
up.
yeah.
And I felt like that early.
Yeah.
I was hustling early, like doing shit early, and coming up, you know, I was exposed to stuff early, and even that, it's like I felt older than
Yeah.
everybody else that was around me. And still to this day, I meet people older than me that act super childish and have zero maturity. And I mean,
Exactly.
like
But the-
accolades and nothing don't mean shit.
But you still
Doctors,
you still
know.
Jeremy Foster, and yeah, you still
Exactly.
you.
Exactly.
He didn't
You know?
change.
He didn't
when was
change
destined.
at all.
What I'm saying is, because he's Jeremy and he's who he is, he never changed. He changed. Maybe he changed some of his diet and
Yeah.
the way he does shit.
Yeah.
I'm talking about his soul.
His soul, yeah, his
Yeah.
Because
integrity.
he's the way he is, he finds his way to certain situations that either
Yeah.
benefit him
100%.
or
yeah.
destroy him to some degree.
Exactly. You
So
know.
I'm saying, I think every single thing is like literally planned for
Yeah.
you already. You know what I'm saying? Do you feel like
100%.
can you?
I can
I
relate.
get what you're saying. So I'm gonna say, well, I'm just sitting back because I'm trying to correlate this all together.
Yeah.
Between like what we were talking about yesterday, so that everybody can understand what we mean. So are you saying like, all right, maturity is different for everybody, right? Is that what you're saying?
No.
It's not. It's the same, right?
It's the
So
same.
It's this general thing, maturity, but you know, everybody's different, you know.
everybody's different on that road to maturity because a lot of people, I think my opinion on maturity is a lot of it has to do with just experience and what you've learned. You know what I'm saying? Because of if you've been through things, a lot of experience, like let's say you have to grow up quick. You know what I'm saying? Like you grew up in a family where you guys are struggling and shit.
You had no choice, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have to bring extra money in. You like you were
100%.
saying, you were hustling. You had to hustle early. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
brings in a level of maturity because it's like you.
You had to grow up like faster. Like you had to grow up.
100%.
Yes,
Yeah.
because you have to contribute to your situation. Because if you don't mature in this situation, it's gonna be a negative impact. To your
I'm
life,
gonna
you
use
know?
I'm gonna use an example here because I mess with this dude named Billy Carson. Shout out to Billy Carson, real smart dude. He was talking about how when he was young, right, he didn't have any money or anything. His family was really poor, right? They used to eat like Karo syrup, that Karo syrup over like the bread, you know,
Oh,
that, like
yeah.
clear syrup, like they didn't have
Syrup.
shit, right?
A syrup
And so-
sandwiches like Kendrick.
Yeah, exactly. So this dude's a kid, right? He takes all his toys, he puts them in a little bucket, then he
Yeah.
goes around, you know, to these houses, he's selling his toys.
Yeah.
This dude makes like $15, and he said like in that moment he realized like, you know, he held his destiny in his own hands. Like he could change. Nobody's gonna save him. Like he can get himself out of his situation just by like, you know, that sort of thing. But he had a level of maturity coming out of the ghetto, you know, with zero to nothing and having to like, you know, like you said, experience, right? So somebody that doesn't have those type of experiences, you know, I'm not gonna say it's like that's the only thing that brings maturity. You know, it's not, because somebody can go through those same experiences and still be immature at a later age and go down a totally different path. You know?
I'm gonna piggyback on that too as well. Like I think it's just based of a sense of people don't want to like fail, and they are based off fear-based. They're based off of fear, pretty much. They don't want to try new things or just failing. But from those failings, just like those L's are lessons.
100%.
Those
Yeah,
L's,
but
two
not-
L's,
not everybody's
two
going to-
L's takes a dub, a W.
Not
at the end of the
everybody's
day.
going to take it that
That's
way.
wisdom, though.
That's
Not
wisdom,
everybody's
though.
going to take it that way. You know, there's a fight or flight system. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. It is a fight or flight system.
Based off of who you are as an individual, that dictates which one you're going to pick. Yes. That bitch, fucking, you asked out. She's
okay.
That bitch you asked out.
Yeah.
And you're like, would you go out with me? And she's like, ew, nigga, no. Like that situation, a person would make. Sometimes people look in the mirror
crush somebody,
like, oh shit. And they'll let that girl dictate who they are.
Oh, for sure.
Well, and other people will be like, damn, what's wrong with me? Is there something wrong? They'll start self-analyzing themselves.
Yeah.
Damn, should I do better? Maybe that wasn't the best way to approach her.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe I could approach her another. Like, it's a different mindset. If you can't teach that.
If you're smart, they would think like that. But sometimes a lot of people do the opposite. They go the opposite end of the spectrum.
It's based on feelings and emotions.
Discrediting themselves. They're like, damn, I'm not good enough. Shawty didn't even give me a time of day. Maybe I don't have it like these dudes. You know what? You know, they don't self-reflect and analyze what it is that they fucked up.
Damn, look at this dude. It's working for him.
Yeah, you know.
It's the way he's pulling up to Shorty. It's the way he's spitting his game. He's not even worried about all that.
Yeah.
He ain't even asking her out. He's just talking to the bitch. You know what I'm saying? True.
I love. He's whizzing her up. With the he got the riz. Okay, he got the riz. Okay.
Where you get that from though?
But just like through experience.
Through experience.
Trial and error and failure.
Some shit really just in you though. For
it's just
that's like, what I'm saying.
It's in you. Like it's in us.
That shit ain't on you. You could be around, but like nigga, that shit's in you.
It is. It's in all of us.
If you got it, you got it.
You just have to be tapped in.
But
you gotta be tapped in though.
You don't necessarily. Okay, you have it. But I don't think when you're born you naturally have that swag.
Yeah.
But you have the potential to fucking get it.
Yeah,
but
it's
like
there.
you have to tap into it.
100%.
Yeah, somehow tapped into it somehow. But it's
Some
like
niggas just don't tap in.
Well, isn't that just? Wouldn't that just be yourself? Why can't you just be yourself?
no, because you have to tap into like subconsciously.
No, there's
like
a way to do things.
Yeah, there's a way to order of doing things. Like
that's maturity.
That's maturity, bro.
Yeah.
There's a way to do things. There's the best way to do things. You feel me?
Yeah. There is a best way to do it.
Do you feel me? Remember when we were talking? It was this old ass pod. I forgot who the fuck we were talking to. I think it was Connor or some shit. And he was saying, I can just be myself no matter what with the bitch.
Oh, you remember that shit?
And they were like, no, there's codes and conducts to how to approach a girl.
Exactly.
That's game. But he was trying to like break it down and say, no, I don't really need game. I can just be me. You have to. Yeah, there's sauce to that too, but it's like there's still a way to do it. Like, I don't know. You understand what I'm saying?
No, because you have to be tapped in. Like, if you want to be like this like body language, bro, and like in this body language, like it's key, bro. And there's like the way how you show like your masculine side, and like this body language, bro. And then you read the room. You 100%. Have that emotional intelligence. You read like how she's moving out here. You know what I'm saying?
All right, boom, you hit it on the nail with the emotional intelligence, right? Because like he said, it's choices you make, it's decisions you make that bring on maturity, very right? Key, so bro. It's like your response to situations. That's immediate to me. That shows somebody's level of maturity to me. If I'm in a room and I see somebody, somebody tweaking out, somebody acting a certain way, and I see how you respond in a stressful situation, in a high-strung situation, and to think before you do something. Before acting on it,
bro.
That you mature at that point, because now you know what comes with it, good or bad, and you stand on it, and you're gonna be accountable for it.
Yeah,
that's a whole other level. And
I
come across people that still don't take accountability for shit.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
All the fucking time, and it's like
it's crazy, man.
It's really adulting.
It's fucking crazy. Not all these niggas are adulting out here, and then it's like, they expect like, this shit's supposed to land on my lap on a silver platter. Like, what the fuck?
Say a name, nigga. Say a name. Who you talking about? Say a name.
No, I can't. You remain nameless. You remain nameless. You know who you are.
All right, so let's talk about this. Let me bring this in there because we were talking about this too. So when it comes down to maturity, right? How does one person start to become mature, right? And I was saying in the beginning, like, okay, it's usually through experience, right? Like you were saying, like what was that guy's name?
Billy Carson.
Billy Carson, right? He was in a situation where he had to do better for himself or wanted to do better for himself, so he decided, to sell his toys or whatever the case may be, right? So that's one way of maturing. in a form, right? Now let's talk about those people who are kind of sheltered.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're like, they have parents that do everything for them, you know what I'm saying? They set them up and everything.
First 18 years, baby.
First 18 years.
Yes, right?
18 years, man.
Now my question is like, okay, if we were to compare those two people, right? People who are being sheltered and then those people who have to go out there and go get it, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have a choice, my nigga. We had to just
You don't have a choice. It's a roll of the dice.
But listen though, this is the contrast, right? This is the contrast because the people who didn't have a choice, right, that had to get up and go get it, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's good for them because they're maturing at a faster rate. You know what I'm saying?
Are they?
Yes,
Nah,
because
I don't
think
you.
so.
What? Why not, right? Why don't you think that they would?
Because there's certain things you need to go through. I mean, speaking from a man's sense, there's certain things you need to go through.
Like
really
trials and obstacles.
mature.
Yeah.
Like, if you're coddled all your life and you're not out there in the real world, seeing your parents struggle,
Yeah.
you struggling yourself, barely eating.
Have you?
So
trying
I
to
want to
make-
mature you, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
'Cause,
you're in the real world.
Cause you in the cut.
Nigga,
You're in the
real
trenches.
world is really
That's a real
cold.
world.
Exactly.
It's cold
It's
as fuck and it's
cold, bruh.
competitive as fuck.
It's so competitive,
and niggas will
man.
take your food
Bruh.
and leave you starving.
It's like the Wild Wild West in this bitch, man.
No, that's what
Nature
I'm
is
saying.
violent.
That's what I'm saying.
Nature
So
is
you're
violent.
on
This
top
is
of what I'm
real
saying.
life.
The person
Real
who-
life.
You're out of the real world.
Yes.
First growing up, first 18 years.
Yeah.
I'm putting the Warriors are in the gutter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you
so
seen
look,
that shit?
look,
Platforms? Have you seen
Look, though. So that's what I'm talking about. This is where the contrast comes in. So this is why my question comes in, right? So we have the same understanding. The people who
we do.
go through rougher times, you know what I'm saying, usually mature faster. They have to mature at a younger rate, right?
Okay, yeah.
Saying
Okay.
like 14 or whatever, or 16, whatever it is, opposed to the people who are being sheltered, you know what I'm saying, cuddled in, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the contrast, let me ask you this question, right? Which scenario is better, right? Because the person who's obviously thrown into the trenches first at a young age, yes, they're maturing. But is that necessarily good for them because now they have to grow up faster and they're missing being a child?
Well,
They're
like,
missing
it's
being a
built-
kid. Hold on. They're
I'm
missing
sorry.
all these things, you know what I'm saying? As opposed as the person who was able to be a child, got through all these things, but never had to go through these hardships, you know what I'm saying, at a young age. You know what I'm saying?
I
So which
understand.
one would be more beneficial? Would it be the one that had to grow up harder, but then really never got to grow up later on in life? Is that going to cause problems for that person? Or vice versa?
It's
you know,
a risk,
the person,
baby.
No.
But hey,
It's that warrior spirit, my guy.
Hey,
It's
when-
that
when-
warrior
No,
spirit.
do you understand what
I
I'm saying?
understand what you're saying.
when you go into 2K, do you play on Rookie or Hall of Fame?
Hall of Fame. That's that shit is so easy with that sliders, and I'm just making all the threes all the time. What the
It's
fuck?
easy. Look,
Rookie.
it's easy.
That's Rookie.
I don't want to be on a rookie mode.
Okay,
Hall
but
of Fame.
But see, look, like it's hard to compare that though,
That's what I'm
because
saying.
you know you can't say one's better than the other because there's different scenarios that you could
That's
do that.
difficulty setting.
That's
That's not a
parenting
better.
and you know certain
Upbringing, yeah.
upbringing, surroundings.
One at a time.
Because
No, we flowing, bro.
You could come up in an environment where you see that type of stuff, and you're in a gutter environment, and you still have providers and people giving you knowledge and stuff.
Yeah,
you know
gems.
you don't
Just
have
game.
to. They're kind of putting you in the right path.
And and they're positioning yourself like into like just better yourself, and then from
100%.
that, because you grew up in poverty, like you didn't have nothing, so you got nothing to lose.
But check this out.
You got
though.
fucking nothing to lose.
But check this out. You
100%.
grew up in poverty, right? But you might not have the necessary resources to get you off the ground.
You're sheltered from knowledge.
Instruction from knowledge.
So is that a reason why people start to do criminal activities? You start to go into
For
criminal
sure.
avenues
But
because
it's all
sure.
based
You
off of
figure out.
love.
You know,
If you come from a loving family that both family loves you and have that
it
support,
doesn't have to be like that.
yes,
because-
it could.
No. Listen, even if you're poor, that doesn't mean that your family doesn't love you, and you still have hard times and hard things.
Yeah,
that
you do.
Go through. So that's what I'm saying, though. It's like that could be the number one cause of why people start to do criminal activity is how much they love their family.
Yes.
and they
Oh,
understand
yeah.
that they don't
Oh,
have
yeah.
the
But that's
Loyalty.
that's the maturity I'm speaking of. Maturity is a skill, and what I'm saying is maturity. Once you mature, you'll start to look at your environment and start self-analyzing. Damn, okay, and start self-analyzing your environment. damn, them niggas is doing that. Them niggas get caught up every single.
I don't want to be
doing
like that.
Shit. They go to jail every single fucking weekend.
Yeah, I want to get out of this shit.
Yeah.
Damn, my nigga just got shot for gang. Like you'll start to. This ain't the way.
This is not it.
That's maturity. Being able to make the right decision. There is a right decision to make.
For sure.
Okay, so let me ask you this: because
sure.
you posed that, right? But what if in their mind, that's the only way that they see? There's only one light in the tunnel. You know what I'm saying? And they're saying like, okay, I understand that there's a risk. I understand that there's a risk that I could get arrested, I could get killed.
That's mature as fuck.
This is mature as fuck.
That's mature as fuck because now you're making a choice.
Exactly.
Now you're making a choice to really be like this.
To really be like,
so
okay,
you're
I'm
really
gonna
standing
get up.
on that.
There's never just one decision if you're smart enough.
But see, but that's
promise
the thing,
you.
though. But that's the thing, though. That's the
Promise
thing,
you, there's not.
Yeah,
a lot of the
of
times
course.
you don't have that outer resource or that connection where it's like, even if I know that this is gonna get me fucked up, you know what I'm saying? I still want to be here so I can help my family. I still want to provide for my family. I still want to get money because of the love that you have for your family.
Have you seen Pursuit of Happiness?
Yeah, Will Smith.
Yeah, Will Smith and Jaden Smith. Come on, man.
Situation. He slept in the bathroom with his kid.
Yeah.
Did he choose the fucked up way, or did he stick to his fucking guns?
Yeah.
Until he got the job.
Yeah.
No.
He stuck to his fucking guns.
But where does that come from?
In the midst of shit happening to him.
Bro.
Nigga got his shit stolen.
Yeah, he did.
That was sad. That was
The X-ray machine, that machine.
That's maturity. That speaks character. And you know what? The directors did an amazing job because of how he was shown. You know, just him staying in that suit and kind of going around.
Yeah.
That showed something to me. You know, it's like okay. That's how I always envision like all right like men wear suits and type of shit like I would see that and I'm like okay
I want to be like that one of these days.
Exactly.
I want to be like that
in my mind. That's showing me like a level of how a person is up here
in that sense of class.
Like, growing up and I see like people going to church and I see everybody that's like that is like a little bit further down. You know?
It kind of gives you an example of like what a man should be, right?
Exactly.
Like that role model type stance of like you should be in a suit out here
for
working,
sure. But that's just imagery and shit too.
Yeah.
But I think that just added to that whole aspect like he was touching on.
So I have a question. So how do we implement, or how can anybody implement a way for those people who, because you say that you need the knowledge, the awareness, the understanding, you know what I'm saying? But let's just say they don't have access to these movies, they don't have access to these books, you know what I'm saying?
Listen to me. You always have access. One, we have horrible fucking leaders that we look up to in those particular areas. And like I said, the last podcast, they're guiding us to those places because with all the imagery, damn, I want all that. I want the riches. I want the prosperity. I want the mansion.
Exactly.
Niggas respecting me. Yeah. Man, that's the image they paint for that shit. We need to erase that. Cause that's not reality.
Yeah, that shit is just goofy to me. It's
shit, clown world.
It's clown world.
A
circus.
It is.
It's stupid.
Yeah, what
shit.
the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We need to have a person who can actually show us a right way and a dope imagery too.
Yeah.
I think that's the most important.
I think we got a few. I think like Kendrick, bro.
What the fuck? First of all, dog. I was waiting for this shit. He's actually spitting some shit.
No, for sure.
Go ahead. I mean, hold up. I'll tell you my beat, dog.
Okay.
Nigga, To Pimp a Butterfly was the most amazing album I've ever heard in my fucking life.
All right.
And it literally predicts what the fuck is happening now with Kanye.
Yeah.
He literally said it in the shit. Listen to it. Anyways, this Damn was dope. I love Damn. But it wasn't as good as TP, whatever.
Really?
Yeah.
King Kunta?
This shit right here is trash.
It's trash?
Really?
Which one's ass? The newest one?
What's it called? I don't even know the name.
That's so funny.
What's the
high steppers, the high toppers? The fuck is it?
What's Kendrick Lamar's?
Man, you don't get the fuck out of here, dumbass shit.
Okay.
Bro, what did he say? Name one song you playing to this day. Name
that album?
Name one.
Rich nigga, Fofo.
Yeah.
You don't listen to that shit.
No. Hold on.
Stop playing when you're telling you too slow. Stop playing.
Yeah, that's like
That shit hard.
What's that? Intentions.
Come on,
I forgot what it's called.
You don't even know the fucking names.
Nigga, I listen to over 30,000 songs a day, but There's so much of me.
So much in the archives.
I can't think of the name, but I know the songs. Like,
yeah, man, get the fuck
no, the album is good though, bro. The album is good.
Do you believe?
The album is good.
Okay, back. I'm gonna bring
I hate hip hop niggas like you. You need to be a gatekeeper, Zach.
I'm gonna bring it.
Say some trash shit. Name a trash album. Hold the fuck up. Name a trash album of 2022. I don't give a fuck from who. Name one.
He doesn't know.
Hold up. He knows one.
In 2022, who dropped the album in 2022 this year?
The Chance dropped in 2022. Or was that 2022?
That's trash. We know that.
That shit was.
What? Who?
I didn't even listen to that. Chance, nigga.
Oh, I didn't hear it. I didn't even know.
Oh, don't, bro.
Jack Harlow dropped
I ain't even
one?
gonna hold you.
How'd you feel about that Jack Harlow? I need to know the true shit. Don't give me no fake
All right,
shit,
this is
bro.
what I think about
We're
Jack
raw,
Harlow.
refined. Stop
Raw.
playing.
I want
So I think
the
about
raw
Jack Harlow.
definition.
I feel like Jack Harlow is very, very indulged in the culture. Whoever it is
sure.
that he knows he's plugged into, you know what I'm saying? They're giving him what he needs, you know what I'm saying? So I
sure.
think as far as a
Shout out
business
Drama.
person, he's doing his shit. But like when it really comes down to it, like I think it's a whole nother Justin Bieber type shit. You know what I'm saying?
For real?
Somebody just
Yeah,
kinda take
that's what you
control.
So
Listen to the album?
So
I
you
didn't listen to the album.
so you saying
Yeah, listen to the album.
you saying like he's industry planted
He sounds like an industry player.
Let me ask you
for
this.
real.
Let me ask you
seen
this.
one?
Yeah.
Is it because you white?
because he.
Yes.
That's why.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
No. It's not.
Wow.
Because, it's not just because he's white, right? But it's just like where he's from. You know what I'm saying? Like where he's from, his imagery, and how everything is. You know what I'm saying? It's like now the way that he plays his music. You know what I'm saying? It's heavily picked up by the culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like. It's you got to be careful with that. You have to be careful with that because if your music is booming that high with the culture, you know what I'm saying? That means that you're an influencer. Like influencer,
For
you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So it's like, well, when shit hits the fan, are you gonna be on our side or are you gonna retreat to your other side? You know what I'm saying?
Well, let
And
me
it's
I
like,
already know the answer.
let me go
Exactly.
into that.
So it's like,
Justin
that's why I
Bieber.
feel, you know what I'm saying? Because if I ask the same question about Eminem, I already know Eminem is already gonna stay 10 toes down. I don't have a question
You
about
think
him.
so, nigga?
Yeah, of course.
All right, see, no, for real. Just to that point, he just said that. I don't think that. I don't think Eminem gonna stay down like that. I
No?
think Jack Harlow gonna stay down like that.
Really?
1,000%.
Really? Why?
1,000%.
Why?
You think my
He's more ingrained in our culture.
niggas?
Like you said,
You think he's not gonna fold?
No,
He's not gonna
you said,
fold
you said
out.
where he's from, right? You said his like his music and like the power that it has, whatever. That's because this fool is like a real student of this shit for real.
Yeah.
And where
yeah.
he from,
No, that's true.
This shit ain't no facade. Like it's not no facade. That's really who he is. This is really how he talk. This is really how he go around on camera, off camera for real.
Yeah.
Like he really out here.
He came from that Atlanta camp.
Atlanta camp.
Like
I don't know.
you know, that's why the music hitting like that.
It does hit though.
It hits different.
Some of
though.
it be hidden.
It
The
be
album
hidden, bro.
hidden.
That
Big,
Fergie,
He doing his bag though.
Big man.
Okay.
I'm
Who's
in
another
the
person?
Bad album.
That shit crazy.
Did you like Drake's on Honestly Nevermind?
I didn't hear all of it though, but I'm biased though because I always fuck with Drake, so you can't ask me that question. I'm always say yes. I'm a loyal nigga. Don't hate on me. Wow. So I still got an Android. Fuck y'all Apple users.
Oh, we're done with him already.
I'm done. Okay, but let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. What you guys think about like loyalty? What is that important to y'all? Like,
1,000%.
Yeah, loyalty, man.
1,000%.
So,
Like you were saying, even going back to the whole Jack Harlow thing,
what-
shit hits the fan. You gonna be loyal
Yeah.
and stay down with the culture, or you gonna fucking
You gonna fold.
You gonna
Because
fold
think of
the callback.
or jump
Think
ship.
about it.
He has
All right,
potential.
thank y'all for this. You know?
Yeah.
Like you know.
Think about it. If it wasn't for our culture, he wouldn't be in the position that he is right now. We're the one who's buying his
No,
CDs. We're
but,
the one who's buying his merch. We're the one who's streaming his music.
I know, but if he's going in the decline, are you gonna be a day one?
Hell no.
You gonna be a day
I
one?
don't fuck with that nigga like
Okay,
that.
so let's
Keep it raw.
keep it raw. I want to keep that energy, bro. I just want to make sure you gonna keep that energy all times.
Yeah, no, I ain't dick riding. No, I'm not dick riding.
Pause.
Like,
Shit.
he had a couple good songs like Brand New Whip. We just copped it. I got options. That shit was
All
fire.
right, name a good album of 2022. How about that?
2022.
He ain't a music
You
connoisseur.
don't even be listening to me.
Absolutely.
You don't.
You nigga, you want me to show you my
Hey, fuck
Spotify
it.
rap?
Let me see that
You want me to
shit.
show you my Spotify rap?
Open that shit right now.
All right, a good album, Kyle.
Super Duper
Super
Kyle?
Are you
Kyle.
serious?
Super Duper Kyle.
Kyle's
He got one of
alright.
the best fucking albums.
I know
of
you
this
just
year,
didn't
bro.
say that shit.
One of the best?
One of the best.
You capping though.
I'm not capping.
You dick riding for
I'm
sure.
not dirt.
Yeah, he dick riding, bro.
That shit was a banger. That
It
shit-
ain't good?
I'm keeping this shit real as
That
fuck.
shit was a banger.
Give it stat.
Give it stat. Give it
The
stat, man.
whole album was lit, my nigga. The whole album was lit. You cannot
I
tell
fuck
me
with I
that.
fuck with the production and everything, and I ain't gonna lie, like I fuck with Kyle. You know. Shout out to Kyle and everything he got going on. But as like the best albums of 2022, man, get the
No,
fuck out
I
of
didn't
here.
say that. I didn't say
Give it a stat, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Look at that shit. You're fired for that. Shit.
Fucking Kyle.
He told me
That's
to name
Super
one
Duper
album.
Kyle.
No, 1,000%.
We need a camera on him.
Yeah, this the real Kyle.
The fuck?
Bring the phone out.
But it's all
I'm bringing out the
good.
receipts.
But
So
like,
that's what I'm talking about.
within loyalty, like what's the definition of a day one? Like who a ride or die, you know? Because
Right.
like on some weird shit, like
Yo, say his name. You keep on fucking.
Kyle, make sure now you know who I'm talking
No,
about.
get
You.
into the betrayal. Talk about betrayal.
No, this nigga like betrayed us and like you know try to, on some jealousy shit, like envy shit. You know what I'm saying?
Want to read the messages to him?
Yeah. I mean on some weird, on some fraud shit, on some fraud
Today,
shit.
we're giving Christian a free nigga pass.
Yeah.
Say nigga.
For sure.
Wait, but hold on. Before we get into this,
Man, he said some foul shit.
Before we get into it, you have to give her like a some context of what you're talking about. Like,
No, let's get right to it. Fuck you, nigga.
No,
Fuck you.
because it's
At what happened?
So
Okay.
what
What
are you talking
happened?
about? What
Yeah.
Who is this guy?
Stop moderating. Let me talk.
We're
Not stop
trying to help
moderating.
you out.
But it's just like people who don't want to see you win and genuinely like who are genuinely want to see you win. Just be happy. Why can you
sure.
just be happy for me in my pursuit of my happiness? That's because you want us to be at your level because you feel like depressed and sad because like we didn't ask you to be part of this thing that we're building. And you expect me to, and you call me fake? What is a fake friend?
Fake friend.
Fake friend? What the fuck?
So on some real shit, you know, if you really loyal to somebody and you
On some
really
genuine
a
shit.
day fucking won for real,
Yeah.
bro. When I see you win, that shit is the biggest W for me for real.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I'm gonna use
That's all
I'm
love.
gonna use my homie as an example. Shout out Runchi.
Yeah.
Go IG, stream on all platforms. Runchi.
Shout out Runchi.
RUNCHI. The homie I met recording off of his phone, bro. Maybe 2 years ago, recording songs off of his phone. And I really fuck with this dude, and I had a vision in my mind, and I believed in what he did,
Yeah.
and I believed in his character as a person.
Yeah, exactly.
I gave this fool my audio interface. I gave him my microphone, chopped it up with him, let him know everything I knew about making beats, you know, making songs, whatever. And he was already doing his own thing.
And you
Fast forward, you know, the homie just opened up for Lil TJ last weekend at the Novo. In LA.
With that said, like, would you not encouraging him like to push for his dream and just putting faith in him? He would never.
1,000%.
He would never like. He'd be stuck in doing security, right?
You know what I was doing? Shout out DJ Flip. Shout out 808 Cartel.
Yeah, you
and
put all the homies on.
Shut
I
up.
I was in my no for real.
No,
these are homies for real.
These are homies, bro.
I'm just
That's
fucking around.
I see the love. That's love right
Yeah,
there.
like that. This is like family for real. Like DJ Flip and them. My cousin's like tapped me in with him a long time ago. I've been tapped in with Flip on another story. I'll get into it, but yeah, I was like paying money out of my own pocket to promote his music.
No, same here with this nigga too.
I wasn't even telling.
I put money in his pocket too.
I wasn't
And
even
you know
telling
I put fucking money in your pocket.
Free nigga pass.
Free nigga pass.
I wasn't even telling homie about the shit. I wasn't even telling him about it because he's the homie and I want to see him win. You know, that's some real friend shit.
That's not
some, like,
that's not a friend right there. That's like, I mean, he's on some goofy shit, bro. Like he's all about like not respecting people and like women, bro. Like the way they even
Wait, keep it on you, brother. You don't have to go that way, my nigga.
it's just
I've been
like
trying to say. That's what I've been trying to say.
I understand. I know. I mean, I'm just gonna air it out, bro. And then
Bro,
I'm
air it out.
going. This is like therapy for me, right?
For sure.
This shit, like when I'm right here, when
Yo,
I'm
so he saw you on the grind. You was posting your shit.
I was
minding
hustling,
your
bro, on my
business, you know what I'm
grind,
saying?
bro,
This is what I'm doing with gang.
Yeah. He wants to be part of it.
Christian throwing up the set.
It's kidding, bro.
And he added me and you in the group chat.
Intentionally. We were minding our own business on our own day, bro.
Messy
And he
as fuck.
said, "Fuck y'all niggas."
Fuck y'all niggas. You fake as fuck.
Y'all think y'all think y'all doing something with that podcast and y'all fuck y'all.
You never
Invited me.
Yo,
Read the shit.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, straight hate
I need to
shit.
take a breath, breathe, so that everybody who's watching this can understand. Y'all
Yeah.
are so hype right now.
Yeah, I'm
y'all
really
are
hype.
over everywhere, all over the place.
So I'm gonna read the screenshot.
Context,
Yeah, hold on.
right?
Let me
Before-
provide a little bit of context
exactly,
here, just in
because
case
nobody knows
like
what
You
a
want to
viewer
know
doesn't
about the nigga? You want to know?
So the homie Christian, right? One of the day one homies supposed to be, right? See you going up on a trajectory, doing your own shit with the podcast, going up, and instead of supporting the homie, you know, you send out a message like, "Oh, that shit ain't nothing. You ain't gonna be able to do shit." Like, you know,
envious shit, jealous.
some jealousy shit. That shit is fucking. That shit a cancer.
It's hating,
for real.
bro. It's cancer, bro.
Fuck a jealous nigga. Fuck every jealous nigga out there, bro. You need to figure that shit the fuck out. Get that shit far away from me.
It all ties
For
with
sure.
maturity.
Maturity.
Yeah,
Stand
for
back
sure.
with our conversation earlier.
Jealousy is a fucking disease.
It is.
It's a cancer, and y'all niggas need treatment for real.
And just like with me, I mean, I operate on the love frequency. All I do is like operate on the love frequency. You already know about me. Like off camera, like I mean, if I like show you love A, B, and C, I give you because like I see how I love myself.
For sure.
Just, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's not, but that makes me compromise. That compromise who I am.
Yep.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Okay, so then go ahead, Red. Read.
I'll let Red read it, bro. Like I'm too like pressed. I'm too like tight with reading that shit.
There's mad fingernail emojis in this shit. Respectfully, don't ask me to come on the pod ever. Y'all fake as
Pause.
fuck.
Pause. Wait. I'm gonna stop you right there. Y'all,
You had to read it like that. I don't.
yeah, no, hold on.
Fake as
Pause.
fuck.
Pause.
Fake as fuck.
I have this question. Did y'all ever like bring it up to him about him wanting to be on the pod, or ever talking to him
No.
about the pod? No.
He just like inserted himself into
Okay.
it.
Did he ever bring it up to you? That was like,
He kind of did to me.
how did he bring it up to you? Was it on
He
some
was
hater
showing me
shit out
mad
the gate?
clips of podcasts, and he's like, "Yo, how you feel about this content?" I'm like,
Okay.
"Nigga, it's cool." But we don't really talk about that shit. That shit on No Jumper.
Okay,
These
gotcha.
niggas is fake. He's like, "Why you say that?" Like he got offended.
He
I'm
got
like, bro,
appalled.
I think
Like,
this shit is bullshit. I think
Yeah.
it's fake. But I don't know. I didn't really mention anything about bringing him
we
up.
never
Okay,
did.
got you.
But I mean,
He just
shall I
insinuated.
continue?
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead. Continue.
In 2023, I'm removing all fake energy. And yeah, wish y'all the best. But y'all fake as fuck. Just know that. And suck my dick, lame ass niggas.
I don't. It's hateful speech. But my brother, that's hateful speech, right?
Yeah.
That's
Okay, so
like-
keep going. 'Cause I want to know where he's
And Christian said, "Man, where you coming from with this energy? I ain't nobody ask you. But if you coming with this energy, then why would we want to? How are we fake, man? You wildin' right now for real."
Crazy.
That's crazy, man. Coming out with that energy, man.
They aired this shit out loud.
Fuck you, nigga. Suck my dick. That really just foul.
It's so foul, dude.
But
Like,
you stooped down to the shit though.
I know.
I ignored this shit.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
just
but,
laughing.
but you checked me. I appreciate you, brother. You checked me, bro, and that took me out of character, bro.
bro.
I understand. I still have love for this brother, even though like he's coming with that type of energy. As me or my spiritual growth, like, it's just I wish him the well. You know what I'm
A
saying?
nigga say suck my dick, we gotta get down.
He said
Especially if
3
you the homie.
times.
Yeah.
If you the homie
He really
He
wants
got-
you to suck his dick.
and you on
I
that.
feel violated.
And
That's a violation,
like,
bro.
If I know where it's coming from, oh yeah, we gonna
Yeah,
get
we're
down.
scrap, bro.
For sure.
Like as gentlemen, bro. Like, you know.
And you know what's super mature about it is, you know, we gonna get down, and then after the fact, I ain't gonna feel no type of way about you.
Yeah,
It's no
like,
animosity, no nothing.
No, yeah.
That's some mature shit.
yeah.
Baby soft
Yeah,
niggas.
if he could handle that though, I don't think. I'll let you finish it up.
No,
Finish it off, man.
The highlights, you feel me? He said, "Baby soft niggas, I'm gonna double up and triple on y'all niggas. Watch."
Baby soft niggas.
Baby soft
Baby
niggas.
soft.
He called her Charmin. He called her Charmin.
What?
Yo, Christian left voice notes.
Oh, play it.
Your mic is trash, bro. So.
Oh, I know. I sound like underwater.
What type of like I don't know the enemy? Yeah, the enemy that's like it's in between your heart, bro. So like, are you drunk? Yeah, come on.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah,
I asked him like, "Are you drunk? Are you okay?"